Beautiful. Oh, and we have flying. Beautiful. And we get another Cascade. And then we get another shuffle. Hello, good game. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're all having a magical day. Thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. We will be playing with a 100 card historic Slivers deck today, having a blast. This is a very powerful archetype focused around the First Sliver as our commander, using keyword Cascade. We're going to talk about what that means and more in today's video, breaking down the strategies, the synergies included within the deck, showcasing all of that within the gameplay footage, and of course wrapping up with our final thoughts and deck review. So if you don't mind and you want to see more great content just like this in the future, support the channel. Thumbs up are free, watch time is greatly appreciated, and of course if you want to go above and beyond, share the channel out to your communities and maybe even become a Patreon, available within the Linktree link in the description below. So let's take a look at today's deck. All right, Slivers is the name of the game, the First Sliver, and this is actually the first Sliver into Arena, which is exciting, and hopefully there are many more to come because we get just a taste of what is available within the multiverse of Magic the Gathering. It's a 7/7 for 5 mana with Cascade. Sliver spells you cast will also have Cascade. The keyword Cascade as a mechanic states that when you cast this spell, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card that costs less. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost if the mana value is less than this spell's. Put the exiled cards on the bottom of the owner's library in a random order, which is really cool, right? So this is a 5-drop, we cast it. We're gonna pull something of 4 mana value or less out, whichever is top in the deck, which is really cool. So, you know, hopefully we pull another Sliver. It will now have Cascade as well, and just so on and so forth, right? Just flooding the field. Keep in mind that to flood the field in, you know, a chain, you will have to have the Sliver in play first, because the original Cascade will trigger. However, if you get a second Cascade from the first, it will not, or a second Sliver from the first, it will not Cascade, because it won't have Cascade because the first Sliver is still on the stack. It's not in play. So that's something to remember. Your first Cascade through this First Sliver will only be once, but after that, you can kind of go on those chain runs, which is really cool. So with that out of the way, we have a deck that revolves around Sliver creatures and changeling / shapeshifter creatures, right? Because they fulfill that Sliver creature type for us, which is really nice. And then we want to just flood the field with Slivers through the Cascade. So let's take a look at our Slivers first. We have the Striking Sliver for 1, a 1/1. Slivers that we control have first strike, right? So you can see just how powerful these creatures are. The Cloud Shredder Silver for 2, a 1/1, and Slivers that we control will have flying and haste. Holy Toledos. The Predatory Sliver for 2, a 1/1. Slivers we control get +1/+1. The Mana Weft Sliver for 2, a 1/1 as well. Slivers we control have tap to add 1 mana of any color. Holy Toledos. The Bladeback, a 2/2 with Hellbent. As long as there's no cards in your hand, Sliver creatures you control have tap. This creature deals 1 damage to target player or planeswalker, which is amazing because we're going so wide. Leeching Sliver. Whenever a Sliver you control attacks, defending player loses 1 life, right? So we can really just go wide, attack, and probably kill them that way as well. Dregscape Sliver for 2, a 2/2, and each Sliver card in your graveyard has Unearth for 2. Unearth for 2, you pay 2, return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste, exile it at the beginning of your next end step, or if it would leave the battlefield, and then Unearth only as a sorcery speed, which is pretty cool, right? So we can get those Slivers back in play. They'll re-trigger the Cascade, which is cool. We have the Diffusion Sliver for 2, a 1/1. Whenever a Sliver we control becomes a target of a spell or an ability an opponent controls, counter that spell or an ability unless its controller pays 2, right? So nice protection there. The Sentinel, a 2/2, giving us or our other Slivers vigilance, which is really nice. And then finally, the Enduring, which is a 2/2 with Outlast. Other Sliver creatures we control will also have Outlast 2. We can pay 2, tap it to put a +1/+1 counter on it at sorcery speed, which is really nice. Moving now into our 3 drops. Hive Stirrings for 3. Create 2 colorless Sliver creature tokens. That's just great because they're going to get the benefits from all of the other Slivers, lords, or whatever they happen to be, right? So Sliver creatures you control have first strike. Absolutely amazing. Similar to the Striking Sliver, just a little bit more expensive. Steel form. Other Slivers get +0/+1 as a 2/2. Scuttling Sliver, these are all 3 drops, another 2/2. Slivers you control have pay 2 to untap this creature, which is really nice. Belligerent Sliver, 2/2. Sliver creatures you control have menace. The Blur Slivers you control have haste. The Hollowhead Slivers you control have tap to discard a card and draw a card as a 2/2. These are all 2/2s, right? We have the Spiteful Sliver. Now, this is one of the more important cards in the deck. A 2/2 Sliver creatures you control have, whenever this creature is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to target player or planeswalker, right? So, that's a massive amount of damage. We have the Tempted Sliver for 3. It's as a 2/2. Again, these are all 3 drops. Slivers you control have, whenever this creature is dealt damage or deals damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter on it, which is great. Lava Belly, whenever Sliver enters play, we gain 1 life, we deal 1 damage to player or planeswalker. And of course, these are all 2/2s for the most part there, which is really cool. Into our 3 drops, we have the Bone Scythe Sliver, a 2/2. Sliver creatures you control have double strike. The Cleaving Sliver, Slivers you control get +2/+0. And then finally, the First Sliver's Chosen, which is really good. A 3/3 and giving all of our Slivers Exalted. Exalted, whenever you attack alone, it gets +1/+1 for each other creature that's not attacking that shares a creature type, which is cool. And then the Sliver Hive, for our mana fixing there, right? So, that's kind of what's going on there. We also have Shapeshifters in the deck, and these will act as Slivers as well. The Changeling Outcast, it can't be blocked and can't be blocked, or can't block and can't be blocked, which is really nice. We're powering it up, it's unblockable. The Universal Automation, just benefiting from the other effects. The Mimic can be sacked to add mana to get into the first Sliver right away, which is really cool. The Vandal, not only does the Changeling trigger the Cascade, which is what it's all about, but you can remove an artifact or enchantment, which is pretty cool. The Gladewalker, just for the Changeling, the +1/+1 counter at ETB is nice as well. Mistwalker, Realmwalker, which is great. Casting Slivers or Changelings off the top of our library is amazing. Bears of Littjara is going to buff all of our Changelings and then, deal damage to something, which is great. The Pretender gets buffed every time, a Sliver enters play. The Faceless Agent, basically it pulls another Sliver into our hand. Ovar, just as a Changeling Shapeshifter, he gets dirty if he's discarded. And the Grave Shifter to bring something back from our grave into hand, which is really nice, right? So that's kind of what's going on there. Looking at the rest of our deck now, we do have, let me go Shape or Sliver. Yes, okay, so now we can look at all of the other cards in our deck that don't fulfill the Shape or Sliver search function. So we have the Bards. Bards, at the beginning of our upkeep, gets a Harmony counter. We can pay 4, tap it to take those Harmony counters to grab a creature equal to them, right? We will be grabbing the Spiteful Sliver here 9 times out of 10, right? Because that is going to basically give us lethal. And now if we can combine that with something like a Star of Extinction, 20 damage. Let me try to scroll up here so you guys can see it. 20 damage to each creature and each planeswalker is insane. So, this is going to deal 20 damage if we have our Spite in play for each Sliver we have, right? We can deal a lot of damage with Star of Extinction in conjunction with our Spiteful Sliver, right? So, we're using Instrument of the Bards to get the Spiteful out. We also have the Realmwalker we're playing on top. We have Cascade, right? So it's really easy to find that, get it out. We can also search for it, right? Finale of Devastation can grab it. Ecological Appreciation can grab it. Guardian Project is a really good draw. Primal Command can draw it. And we also have the Grim Tutor can draw it for us as well. The Idyllic Tutor, it's grabbing the enchantments for us instead, which is still great, right? We have Guardian Project as draw. We have Vanquisher's Banner as draw, plus buffing up all of our creatures, which is really cool. Smothering Tithy as, the ramp card here for us, which is really cool, right? Let's say we run into a field wipe. We lose all of our Slivers. Well, we have Hunting Voyage, brings them all back into play, and that's going to get dirty. We have field wipes within the Ultimatum. We have where is it? Settle the Wreckage. We also have Crippling Fear, right? We have more draw through the Melody late game. We have Uncounterable and Haste through Rhythm, which is decent. Double Major is going to copy the Cascade effect, which is cool as well. Ramp through the Signet, ramp through the Heart, ramp through the Origins, ramp through the Geode, ramp through the Horn, right? So a ton of artifact ramp for us there as well. We have draw through the Melody, copy through Mythos, which is great, of course, as always. And again, we can tutor Coveted Prize as well, right? So we can take Coveted Prize and, you know, get Star of Extinction in play. We can, of course, grab the creature if we need as well, right? So there's lots of ways to search for the creature, to search for, you know, the removal or the lethal that you need. Reflection is going to be doubling stuff as well, which is pretty crazy. So, you know, not to go too in depth with the side spells, just to overview on them, because, you know, we already all know about these spells. It's the slivers that are new and need an in-depth breakdown, right? So we've got the layer for the land, and then, you know, just a ton of dual lands, you know, casting for creature type of any mana color, you know, the shenanigans, right? And that's going to help fix the mana for the first sliver, because it's 1 mana of each color, but really not a problem for us here, right? So this is the deck, 100 card Historic Brawl. Going through it in depth as I think you guys need. Of course, you know, by all means, load up the list and take a look at it for yourself. A fairly cheap deck to build, doesn't require a ton of these new cards, and the ones that it does, like a lot of these slivers are commons, they're uncommons, right? They're not really that important. We have very few rares, right? It's the Spiteful Sliver, and it's the where is it here? The Cloud Shear Sliver. These are the 2 rares, and it's Brawl, so you only need 1 copy of each. It should be fairly easy to collect. It's going to be the land. The land is the hardest thing, and you might not need all of the land. I'm just being saucy with my collection, of course, right? We do have lots of mana fixing within the deck, and remember that the Mana Weft Sliver, you know, can just set you off to the races as easy as that. So, whew, that's the deck list. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I am absolutely loving some of the new Historic Horizons cards that were introduced into Arena for the Brawl, and really looking forward to the future of the Brawl format. So enjoy today's gameplay footage. Don't forget to support the channel, right? It wasn't easy doing this. We need those thumbs up. We need the watch time. Share the channel. Become a Patreon within the link tree. All of those cool things. But most importantly, have a magical day and enjoy. Going first, and well, the hand looks a little messy. I mean, we have some fire here, but no ramp. Ramp's really the name of the game. This Devastation, this Ultimatum, they don't belong there. Well, now we've got bad land. We should have kept it. Let's keep 6, toss the tutor, and rip. Intapped, intapped. Well, we could do the Mimic next, but I don't think it's worth it. Turn 3, Bears of Littjara is not the worst. But we just need to ramp into our first sliver. Ooh, they beat us to pillars, and they're playing this first sliver as well. But they chose Elf? Okay. Now I'm interested. Fix our mana 1, fix our mana 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next turn's 5. I think they get theirs here as well. They're using Llanowar Elves just to ramp, even though it's not a sliver. Pretty cool. I'm the first sliver. No, I'm the first sliver. Earl's not a sliver either. Are they using Maskwood Nexus to make everything slivers? I'm curious. I mean, it is a good ramp creature. Let's let her rip. One, two, three, 4. This is 5. That's 6. Let's toss it. And then I don't think we can cascade from 1 to 1. Right, that just rips through our whole deck. Good game. Told you I was the first sliver. Going first, Signet plus the Mimic. Okay, okay. Coveted prize can search for anything as well. Interesting. Trial when tapped. What we really want to do is get the, oh, what's that sliver's name? I need to remember this. There's so many of them. The Spiteful Sliver, and then a Star of Extinction. You know, that's kind of what I want to do. Let's go green here. Signet out. Hopefully we top deck a land. The Cryptologist in play. Oh, no. Cryptozoologist. Nice. So we don't get the land, which is a massive bummer. And I'm not about to sacrifice this. I mean, that puts us at 4. We just need that 5th land off the top. Jariel. Now this is nice. Whenever they draw their second card, they're going to make a Woofers. Or it's actually a Meowers. Little kitty cat. And they're making lots of clues. And we're hit for 1. Down to 23. Land off the top. And we're off to the races. That should be... So blue, red, white, green, black. We have it all. View browser doesn't matter. Let's make it black, because we have 2 black spells in hand. So we're in, you know, awkward territory here for sure. Really want the Guardian project out as soon as possible, but at the same time, it's like, I'd rather just cascade with more slivers while we have it. Yikes. That's a 5/6 with flying. It's a 2/2 with flying. Plus they make the cat. Nice. We're gonna get bullied by this flyer. Set up the scry for the cascade. Land can go. Let's play the 4-drop. Alright. Now this will cascade and pull a 1-drop. Which we do have, and then this is just like an auto shuffle. Rips through a whole deck because we don't have a 0 mana value. Which would be cool if we did. Nice little shuffle there. Beautiful. So we're big huge now, right? But it's that flyer that we can't stand, so we just have to push in and, you know, force the chump blocks on the cat tokens all the time. What we need is reach. We really need some reach. Or flying. I need this Guardian project out, but at the same time, we just need more value because they're really outpacing us. In a massive way. Yikes on the flyer, 5 damage. This would give us 1, 2, 3 available mana. I think is our best bet. Then we get a double draw. Taking a 2-drop with this. Pillars. That's not what we wanted. We wanted another sliver. Get the draw here. More land. Yikes. What's the best thing that we could pull? That -3 from Crippling Fear is like pretty deadly. But we need to deal with the flyer. Ruinous Ultimatum, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But these are for slivers unless it's colorless. That's not good. The Menace might be alright, and we get a big swing in. The Leech would gain us a lot of life. We should still swing. At least with 2 of them. We have no changelings in play, so it's still pretty expensive. Right, it's 5 mana spell. And it just brings it into our hand. Nothing with reach, eh? Well, we could get the Mistwalker out, maybe. Ooh, that has trample. We have first strike, though, so it's not a problem. Down to 13. It's just this flyer. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 available mana. 9 available mana if we're paying 5 life. Do-do-do-do-do-do. So we need to double tutor. And I don't know if we'll survive. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Or we tutor them both. We want to take Spiteful. And then we want to play Spiteful. Get the Cascade. It's too bad we can't slay this creature. Why aren't you an artifact? We have Cascade again for the 1-drop. And then this just auto-shuffles. Beautiful. We get the nice draws here as well. Hopefully we draw what we need. We don't have to tutor for it. Destroy the clues, I guess. Oh, the idyllic tutor. Okay. And the lava belly. Which is not bad. We'll swing in with 3. We have to apply pressure, but we still need to defend pretty aggressively. We need a sliver that gives everybody life gain. I don't think we have that in the deck, though, do we? The double strike would be pretty deadly. It's a pretty crazy deck to learn, in all honesty. It's like really in-depth. There's so many different things. Down to 8. which might just cement our loss here. Are you kidding me? We almost had it. We're so close. We were so freaking close. Do a -7. I dare you. Well, that's not good. Oh my gosh. And these went to exile. That's brutal. Brutal, brutal, brutal. Oh, I mean, we're killing Ugin. But things still look incredibly grim. And then here's an auto shuffle. It's still good value. We get nice draws. Oh no, we don't, because they exiled our Guardian project. We have to chill out. I don't think we have any enchantments that are quite where we want them. I mean, there's Smothering Tithy, but it's a little late for that. The Vanquisher banner, an artifact. That's this game with a massive freaking flyer, man. GG's. Ugin, you ruined our day. Going first with 3 land and a Realmwalker. That's pretty good. We're gonna keep that. Ugin, I'm still a little upset about that last match there, but what do you do? What do you do? The Ugin comes for you. Kind of giving up our deck here, though. But it is what it is. Technically, we have 4 mana next turn. But I still think we just go with the Realmwalker. Little ramp from our opponent. That's fine. I mean, this may come in untapped. And then just Realmwalker out. One, two, three, four. No, we're playing 5, right? Green, black. No, we need a different color off the top. We need like a white, a blue, or a red, I guess. I don't know. Right? We would need to play something that the Triumph has that we don't have. Guardian Project's really good, but it's something we want to cascade into. And let's foretell that little beauty. I think this is better off just to keep in our hand for now. Spinner's fine. I mean, the Serpent is most annoying. Nice. Then we're down to 21. This is a pretty good fight effect. Alright, let's make our first attempt. One turn late because the land was a little messy, but it's okay. Changelings are nice. It going to a 4/4 is good as well. Vorinclex is nasty though. Good thing it can't attack. We're going to grab our Realmwalker back as well. It's alright, just for the Cascade. First strike is great. And then that's a shuffle. To hopefully get our Guardian Project back in the fray. And then we can play the Realmwalker again. For another Cascade. Beautiful. Oh, and we have flying. Beautiful. And we get another Cascade. And then we get another shuffle. We're really popping off here. And we do 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 damage. Oh, the reach, though. The frickin' Stone Coil Serpent has not only reach, but protection from multicolored. Right? This freaking Serpent is a god in this matchup. Stone Coil OP. 3-drop Sliver off the top is good. And then our Changelings both go to 4/4s. All three of them, actually. Oh. That hurt my feelings. That hurt my feelings. Let's take the Cascade again. We should mask that Serpent as well. We'll get there. Beautiful. Beautiful. The land can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is good for a voyage. So no attacks. We kind of just want everything basically to go to the grave. Littjara is not triggering because of Vorinclex. Nice. That is good. No haste, though. And we have no creature in our grave. So let's Cascade over. That is good. That's a lot of mana. I don't think we have any more 1-drops. Oh, we do. Instrument of the Bards. Beautiful. Predator can't go up because Vorinclex. And we can play off the top, which is deadly. Which is deadly. Oh. So we miss out on Project Guardian. Some leeching slivers. Pretty sure there's no more 1-drops. There is! We're popping off here. You know, we are going crazy here. I really want this Haunted Voyage to work. Like, that's the greatest protection from a field wipe ever at this point. Beautiful. I mean, we need a card in our graveyard. We may as well, you know, get it in there. Let's pass our turn. I just want to see where this goes. Like, this is really, really cool stuff. How do I hide my list? It's too long. That's MTGA Assistance. I guess you can't see it. There it is. You can download that in the link tree for free. Just keeps track of your deck, which is really cool. It's kind of a mess within Brawl, but it's still really good to be aware of your deck, look through, be like, oh yeah, this is the card I need, right? Especially when you've not played a list 10,000 times. All right, we get stomped out. It's going to make our other guys a little bit weaker. But now we have a Sliver in the grave for the Vandal to kill the Serpent. We need Spiteful Sliver, but we can't get these tokens to search for it. Beautiful. I hope they go the whole game with us. That would be sick. Gaining vigilance here is like really, really good. No more 1-drops in the deck. So this was just a shuffle. Gets the non-shapeshifter, non-sliver off the top so we can replay it with Realmwalker. Or hopefully play something. We're killing the Stonecoil. Hopefully they don't scoop. Like, we're set up so good here. I wish Vorinclex wasn't there so we could Bard in the Spiteful. And we do kill Stonecoil. Which is just great. I think we still have more 2-drops, right? Beautiful. Running out of cards. We have... Oh yeah, I can't see it because of this thing. Let me try to pop this out. And then move it over. We have... Oh, 62 cards still in deck. Why does it not look like that many? That does not look like 62 cards. Yeah, maybe 62 cards in play. Do we have lethal? Probably. They still have Gargaroth though, right? So we don't want that. We want the multiple creatures, right? ecological appreciation. Oh, no, 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 no! Oops. I didn't mean to cast it for free. Oh, massive misplay. That makes me so sad. And we had the Spiteful Sliver on top. I didn't notice that. So we should have taken the Star of whatever. We need Star of Extinction. I can't believe we messed that up. That'd be so much damage. That'd be like 20 damage for each creature we have in play. We can't swing. They have a nice field. We got to be careful, right? They're dealing a lot of damage back at us. And they block 7 damage, so we hit for 2. Oh no, this does a bunch. That leech, right? Whenever we attack, they lose 1 life. We still have it? I think they might have killed the leech. Good game. Yeah, it's a very weird deck to play. I definitely need to spend more time with it. But, yeah, it's super powerful if you can get going there. And you can see we did have protection from a field wipe. Just not that Ugin. That Ugin that got us the game before was pretty nasty. We would have to worry about that. How can we perpetually deal with Ugin? Always. Just like, get out of here. Opponent goes first. I mean, there is land, but there's no ramp. I'm gonna Molly. Keep 7. We have a wipe, which is nice. They're ramping. Intapped. Two drop out for pillar. As a blue source. That takes us to 3. Next turn we're to 4 and 5. And then it's the first sliver. Hey, it's a mirror match. They're using it too. I should really look at those things beforehand. I mean, it's nice to cast on top. That haste is pretty nasty, though, too. Oh, no, cancel. I don't want to sack that. We have to keep the Mimic alive, or else we're relying on a top deck. Yikes. So here they come. They whiffed. Nice. I kind of want to long con them. Actually, this is only creature spells, so we'd only have... And this is only creature spells, too. We have to go for it. Settle the Wreckage isn't an option. Hopefully Bears does some work and they don't drop a Vorinclex. I mean, we do have the slivers in our hand. Hopefully they don't. That's the best one. Right, flying damage, OP. So lucky. Are you kidding me? Good game. We just got wrecked. Oh my gosh. That was terrible. So this is a hard mulligan. We keep this. We have the Geode. In tapped. In tapped again. Well, maybe not. Let's get out there. Geode out. That can go. Hit for 2. Need a green source in play. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5. Let's roll. Beautiful. That's a 4-drop. That's nice. Oh, but it enters before the sliver. I see. Right, we need this guy in first, not just on the stack. We'll get it next time. Kind of a bummer, actually, now that it's a 5-drop. I mean, it's still good. So they're putting extra lands in play. That's fine. Oof. We do get a land, though. But we have no basic land. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's now 7. We choose 2. I want to bounce something. And then grab a creature card, right? So we're going to bounce the Lantern. And then we grab our favorite Sliver, or should it be the Realmwalker? It really should be the Realmwalker, shouldn't it? We hit for 4. Lantern in play. Paying life. Let's try it again. You know, not the greatest, but it's there. Hit for another 5, down to 9. Is there a field wipe? Yep. The changeling stays. But this is 9 now, which is kind of crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next turn is 9. Realmwalker out. I mean, we push up here, right? It becomes a 3-3 now, which is good. Tasri's fine. Land in play. Sliver back out. Cascade on ourselves. Up to me for playing it again, I guess. Maybe. We lost our leeching sliver, so there's no point in attacking. They have 6 mana into a Mistwalker, into a Linvala. Guardian Project is just like really good. Let's get that out there. Free drop first with Cascade. We get a free 2-drop in play. And then a 1-drop. Oh, well, no, that doesn't have Cascade, so it ends there. We do draw the land, though. Another land underneath. Let's Gladewalker. We'll get a 1-drop here. Instrument of the Bards, which pulls our Spiteful Sliver. Oh, let's put the +1 over here. Land in play. Pass our turn. They are down to 7. They can't really afford to attack because we have so much life. They need to field wipe and keep their own field with the Linvala sacrifice. 3 mana up. Coveted Prize is cheaper. They search. They have 2 mana in hand. And they can cast something with 4 or less without paying its mana cost. Uh-oh. So I think there's a field wipe here like we've been talking about. Right? They're going to pull a 4-drop wipe, which plenty of them exist. Then they'll sacrifice Linvala, give their creatures indestructible, wipe the whole field. That's brutal. That's really good for them. That seems weird. Etches of the Chosen. Humans get buffed up. Journey into Oblivion on our first sliver. We can discard the Crypt and draw. It's just another land. Getting it out of the way, though, is important. We'll get rid of both lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we have all the land we want. Discard and draw. For 21 life, I don't think they can really attack. Another land on the top sucks. Let's get rid of the Triome, then let's get rid of that land. We have our own coveted prize. Land can go. Okay. I mean, we could just get in the air with flying. This double strike is deadly too. We get Bears of Littjara in our hand. Let's sneak that out for 1. And now we... Oh no, we don't have enough... Yeah, we do. We have a Crippling Fear here, I think would be good. Casting it for free. Wiping their Linvala. Obviously their Faceless Agent staves, but I think just to get rid of Linvala is a must. Let's scry that Mimic away. Finding another Shapeshifter or Sliver. And yeah, just playing off the top. right? The Realmwalker is absolutely amazing. It gets the job done in a big way. And I really think that they needed to pull a field wipe, sack Linval, give Indestructible, and then wipe our field. But maybe they didn't have it, right? They will after this, though, I bet. Heyo, Slivers in the his house. We were the first Sliver. No, I'm just kidding. There are plenty of Sliver decks that we ran into, and I think it's going to be something that we see a lot of. It's powerful, right? Especially as we can flush out the deck, build a couple different variants of it. You know, there's ramp versions. There are the Cascade centric versions. You know, we could even use something like Maskwood Nexus, and then everything is an option, which is very, very crazy, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to support the channel, like the video at the very least, watch another if you've got time, maybe become a Patreon, support the channel financially through the various ways, all available within the Linktree link. You can also get into the community, that's free, the contests, the giveaways, the tournaments, all free on me to support you guys as well, right? So it's a two-way street. Thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate you guys. Have a magical day, and we'll see you on the other side. Bye-bye.